Who is crunch-a-munchin'? Oh my god.
That would be Sarah.
Sarah! Oh my god, you're like crunching your chips into the
I
microphone.
know. It's like totally just. I'm so sorry.
Alright.
Bitch, get it.
Wait, hold on. Can we test out that everyone can hear everyone and all of that? Just like one person speaking at a time.
Alright, Declan.
Roll call.
Me. Avery.
I can't hear Avery.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
Megan, leave and come back because I can hear
Can
Avery.
everybody
I
Yes.
can as well.
I can hear Avery. Oh,
Okay. Sarah.
Wait. Wait for me.
Sarah, sing me the song of your people.
Purple people eaters.
Fantastic. Avery, quick check for Megan. Sing the song of your people.
It's the dance of Italy. Oh, whoa.
Megan, could you hear Avery that time?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Anna, sing me the song of your people. Beautiful. Megan, sing me the song of your people.
Hello.
Okay. Leah, sing me the song of your people.
EBTV.
Perfect. All right. Okay. Are we doing this?
Y'all
Are we
just
doing
watched me
this?
put 16 dice in my mouth at the same time, one by one, and said nothing.
I love the
It's
Declan
art.
Bigger fish
On
in
it,
the
but
fry.
I was like, you know what? It's fine.
I did think about it. Hey, children. Are we doing this? Are we doing this?
Yeah.
Speak now or forever hold your teeth.
Again, hour.
Sarah was already ready. Hell yeah. All right. I need to move this thingy. I can't move this thingy. Okay. Hold on. There we go. All right. Okay.
I have the notes from the previous session if you want to catch up.
Sexy. You can send that around to players as you see fit. I'm just going to do this quick paragraph of recap.
On your phone, send it to escape the orgy.
Right. Okay. Welcome back, guys. It has been a hot minute since we did this, so here's a quick recap. The 6 of you are seeking alternative access to a tunnel that was blocked off in the basement of Jay's Tavern. Einri, your somewhat eccentric shopkeeper friend, has given you the means to contact a man named Kavan who will give you passage on a boat to an underwater entrance that may or may not connect to those tunnels. Where we last left off, Kavan was a little bit done with your shenanigans, as it seems most of you did not remember what you were here for, but also it was late, like 10 o'clock at night when we did that session, so I don't blame you. Regardless of all of that, you are now about to get on this boat. You have not gotten on it. What are you doing? Speak up, please.
Getting on the boat.
Close to the dude and who's far away from the dude? Because I remember not everyone was there at once.
I was talking to Connie.
Yeah, Conlaid and Eska, I think, were the two who approached him at first. Or am I wrong?
Okay,
I don't
the
think
rest of
Eska
us is
wanted
vibing in the background. So the rest of us are just vibing in the background.
You guys came up because there was some questioning of like, oh, there's like more of us actually, so that boat, about that, and he said there's probably a boat that'll fit you guys, but it's going to be a bit of a squeeze. And I think all 6 of you are up there now, but Conlea definitely was leading that charge.
Faith is gonna say so we can have passage on the boat.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta, because Heinrich, but, you know, if you don't mind sitting in some laps, I think we can make it work. Kind of shrugs. He's looking at the boat, sort of trying to size it up.
Wynn asks, are pets allowed?
Pets?
Duck.
Yes, pet.
I didn't know ducks were pets, but,
It's technically my son, if that makes you feel better.
strangely it doesn't. But you and your he kind of looks at the duck. Duck looks back at him. Son should be fine as long as he doesn't fly or swim away. Can it fly?
I don't know. Probably not.
He kind of looks off to the side. He kind of looks at you, Conley, and is like, I'm pretty sure ducks can fly, right?
Didn't fly away from when Connie was
Conley,
capturing him.
complete lack of animal handling skills, just shrugs.
Okay. He's
Conley
sort of
is
like,
just as lost as him.
all right. So yeah, if you want to get on the boat, we'll figure this out, I guess. There's like 4 seats, so 2 of you are gonna need to be on laps. I'd probably, well, 3 counting me, and no one's on my lap. No one.
Farius yells, I call Phelan's lap.
Probably want your halfling on someone's lap, and then the rest of it up to you.
Farius yells out, I call Phelan's lap.
All right. How are you guys actually getting on
I'd
this
rather
boat?
have Lynn. There's a lot less weight.
Oof. Oof.
Ducklin's coming with
Rejected.
Farius goes, kind of salty, goes, fine, I'll sit with Connie.
Okay. Who's on whose lap in that
Glad
situation?
to have you.
Farius hooks her arm through Conlay's and kind of just marches up onto the boat.
Conley does not straight off, but just sort of lovingly says go ahead and tries to stay behind the group just a tad.
All right. Rest of you, Eska, Strata, how are we getting on this boat?
No one is going to sit on my lap today, so I'm going to go ahead, mark my seat, and take my bag and put it on my lap.
Duck and I can stop, and then
I can also stand.
now they can go to Phelan's lap or Feria. I'm not getting in the way. So that no one has to sit on Eska's lap.
All right. That solves 1 lap. Win is on Phelan's lap. Strata,
Farius is still more than welcome to sit on Connie's lap, but the way I imagine the scenario going down is Farius very loudly going, Connie! And Conley just stays standing there and letting everybody else get on the boat first.
okay. So, Strata, you're also sitting alone?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So, everybody takes their
Aren't there 4 chairs?
seats.
Aren't there 4 chairs?
Yeah, there are 4. So, with the 6 of you plus Kavan, that's 7 total.
Reaching Wynn's offer. Wynn offered to stand up so that Strata could sit on Phelan's lap, and then Eska could be with no one because Eska doesn't like touch.
Eska
And
can
then
be
the
with...
dude-
Hold on. Eska can be with no one. Strata can be with no one. That's 2 seats. Then Phelan on Wynn. That's 3 seats. And then Kavan by himself. And then Fariath and Conlayed. Shit.
Why don't we
Yep,
have
somebody else needs a lap.
For the 3rd time, I offered to stand up.
I have a solution.
Okay, go for it, Phelan.
Have Strata sit on my lap, and Wynn can sit in Strata's lap.
How strong are you?
This 3-person pile up when Fariath was too heavy.
That's a power.
It would probably be better. Stratus
Maybe
is strong.
Strata sat down first.
Yeah, Stratus is the strongest.
How is Strata stronger than Phelan?
Strata has a lot
Strata's
of...
A lap of steel.
The goo.
That's because she's a monk. I'm pretty sure that Phelan's strength stat is actually stronger. At the very least, you would have armor and an elf and a halfling on top of you, Strata.
And Duck.
And a duck, yes.
I'll be fine. That works. I don't.
Okay. So Phelan like tries to be like polite and like offer Strata a seat, and Strata's like, nope, just picks Phelan up, places them down on her lap.
Yeah.
All right, and when you're climbing on top of Phelan?
I assume so.
Okay. All right. So everybody but Conlad's in the boat now?
I would like to backtrack a little bit. I grab what's his face. Like his shoulder,
Kavan?
and after everybody gets on the boat, like I'm just sort of standing there with my hand on her shoulder, but it's very clear that I'm keeping him in place, and I go, "Hey, bud, do you know what type of like marine wildlife is in the water here?"
Good question. He just sort of like shoves your hand off of his shoulder. It's a good question. Mostly on this path, harmless. There's the occasional sea serpent that comes through, but I don't know. Not really this season for it. Much
Am I the
more.
only one that thought?
Sorry.
No, go ahead. I was interrupting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Connie then follows up that question with, so let's say worst case scenario, they're serpent. Are we prepared with this wildly overloaded?
You know, you're adventurers, right? Einri doesn't just send schmucks.
Conley starts like very clearly and obviously blushing and looks down and quietly says, "I don't like water."
Oh, okay.
You hear from the distance Farieth yelling, "Connie!"
Okay. Kavan's just gonna sort of like pat your shoulder and it's like, well, the water's under the boat and you're on top of the boat. That's like some wood in between you and water. You know the ruin that I'm
Conley just
taking
sort
you
of
to is like sunken, right?
Conley just sort of nods and gets in the boat.
Okay. Kavan's gonna like pat you on the back as you're leaving to be like, good talk. Alright, so everybody's in the boat? Alright. Kavan comes up, he surveys the space, and kind of like looks at the 3-person pile up in the corner. Just goes, no, okay. Hey, little one. And he just like picks you up, Win, and just sort of plunks you down on top of Eska's bag in his lap.
I immediately stand up and go, no.
Alright, if you're standing, you're gonna get knocked all around, and I don't want to fish a cute little green
Win
flower girl.
interrupts him. Win goes, flops crisscross applesauce on the floor.
You're gonna slide around.
Ellen just picks up Win. Phelan picks up Win, sets Win back in their lap, wraps their arms around them like a seatbelt, and says, "Stay," and nothing else.
There's
Farieth kind of glares a little bit and then lets it go.
All right. Well, we're just gonna need everybody to row then, because it can't just be me if we've got this many people. So he just starts like, he reaches down like under the dock and just like pulls out a bunch of oars and just sort of like chucks them into the middle of the boat, and the whole boat just sort of like totters as he's moving around and like redistributing his weight. It's like a shitty little rowboat. We're not talking of like anything with even a sail on it.
How much does Farieth know about boats?
Probably not much. You're kind of a city elf.
Okay.
You've read about ships, but this is a boat.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I need everybody to make strength checks. Phelan and Strata, since you're going to be awkwardly maneuvering an oar together, I need that with disadvantage.
Okay.
for both of you. And
It's a
Fariath and
strength
Conlade also disadvantage, probably. And Win disadvantage too, because you're on top of. So Eska's the only one who gets a straight roll here.
Is Win rowing as well?
It's still like maneuvering the weight, so even if your job is just keeping out of the way, you're still trying to balance a boat.
Would Eska be kind of familiar with this environment?
Okay, hold on. Eska, try again. Okay. You were full of demons. Eska, try again. You were full of demons.
Yeah. Echo's terrible right now.
Did somebody change their audio output?
Yeah. I
It's
heard it for a
Sarah's thing.
second. Sarah just muted though, thank God. Avery, ask your question.
Would Eska be familiar with, like, rowing the boat? Would I get any kind of advantage, or is it just a straight out roll?
I'd say you'd have advantage with like swimming, but this is rowing. It's like a completely different thing.
Sure.
And when you do have a
problem,
point
just
about
checking.
you not really maneuvering the oars necessarily, so if you want to make it a dexterity check with disadvantage, that's also valid.
Fariath rolled
What?
18.
I'm not
Roll.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, Conlade, you do have disadvantage because you've got a Fariath on your lap.
The Fariath rolled an 18.
With disadvantage?
Win rolled a 6.
Crap, hold on. No, now it's disadvantage. She rolled a 9.
9. Okay, so
I put it with advantage. Thank you for saying
Wait,
that again.
I'm confused. What's disadvantage?
roll twice, take the lower number.
Okay, sorry.
Wait, what are they rolling?
Okay, so Fariath, you got a 9. Conlade, what did you get?
5.
Sexy.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Win got a 16.
Win got a 16, even with disadvantage?
Yeah, the other one was 1.
Disadvantage.
I know.
I did this-
Disadvantage. 16 and 21.
The
Oh,
other one.
21. I just heard 1. I was like, no, hold on.
I have a +2 mod. What do you, how?
I didn't fucking know. Phelan. Phelan, what'd you get?
I don't know what we're rolling.
Strength. Disadvantage. Strata.
I said 12.
12. Thank you.
I'm trying.
Okay. So anybody whose roll I didn't get?
Thank you. 15.
Okay.
And Megan, roll a d20 for strength. Roll twice, take the lower.
Also, just so you know,
10?
I
I
use
don't know if
the D&D book
there's
that
anything for
has me
strength
as
or
my
not, because I
rolling
can't.
surface. It smells like old people. Yes, Phelan?
One moment, sorry.
Okay. In the meantime, it seems like most of you are okay, unless Phelan rolled something absolutely catastrophic. Fariath?
I have a 12.
12? Okay. Fariath?
12, okay.
Faria?
Yes.
Hi. I need you
Fariath
to
is
roll
listening.
a dexterity save because Conlaid did not do very well rowing, and you are on his lap.
Lovely. D20.
Mm-hmm. Not with disadvantage, you're fine. You just need to keep your balance and not take a swim.
Give me 5 seconds.
1, 2.
Okay. Give me 20. Actually, never mind.
That is not a second. That is way too fast to be a
Fine.
second.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can't do this. I'm bored.
Dex saving is 1 + 1, so that's a 19.
19. All right. Conley, as you're like pulling the oars, you're really struggling to move this thing, especially with Fariath's weight, and you just kind of elbow her, and now she's like awkwardly sort of sprawled in the middle of the boat. She managed to turn herself and not go over the side, but the whole boat just sort of like rocks really dramatically. Kavan's like calling back, like, guys, come on, city people, and just keeps rowing. So it's slow going, but eventually, after about 20 to 30 minutes of struggling to learn how to row a boat, the 6 of you are making progress and not just slowly going in like a large circle, which is better than I thought you would do with a boat.
Where are we going?
When the whole time in the background just going, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Okay, 1, that takes me back to Miss Huerta making us sing that backwards, and 2, 2, where are we going again?
You're going to the potential other entrance to the tunnels.
Where is that, though?
It's in the ocean. It's a sunken something. He hasn't really been clear with you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But it's in the ocean. You know that.
Are we still near Nicodranas?
Yeah. You're just off the coast by about 30 minutes now, which, given how slow you're rowing, is not that dramatic.
Okay.
Yeah. If it was a really clear day, you could probably still make out the shore for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, unless you guys have anything to do while on this boat, anything you want to prepare or talk about, we are going to move on.
Can Fariath use...
Row your boat gently down the stream.
Randy, is it plausible for Fariath to use the earthen grasp thing and just yeet the boat to where it needs to be?
You know what? If you want to burn a spell slot on casting Earthen Grasp in water and see what happens, we'll see what happens.
Well, like...
We're on a wooden boat on water, so it's not even dirt.
Well, no, but like the seafloor, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna mess with the higher tide.
By all means, take this
No,
crushing
no, no.
weapon to your flimsy wooden rowboat.
Can I roll an intelligence thing first to see how if Fariath knows how this will turn out?
You know what? Go for it.
Please don't kill anyone in the shore when you mess with the tides and send a tsunami to Nicodranas.
Oh yeah, 15.
15. All right, Fariath, you're smart, book-wise, but you don't always have the best common sense. But even you realize that the Earthen Grasp spell is a crushing, like, bludgeoning, and it would not pick up your boat in any means that would be close to gentle, and you would all be stranded in the water very quickly.
Okay, never mind.
Thank God you rolled high.
What would you have told me if I rolled low?
I mean, big hand grab, big hand throw, boat hit water, water soft, right? Water probably soft.
Go eat!
I would have
Extreme
taken that.
surfing.
Okay,
Boat.
we're moving so slow.
Okay, anyone else have anything stupid they want to propose to me while we're on this boat?
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Fairy use earthen
uh,
grasp, make the hand come up, and then like pick Conlay up and yeet him into the wall.
why do you want to yeet Conlay?
He has you in his lap. You're gonna fall too.
No, I'm on the floor because he
Yeah, you
yeeted.
fell.
Oh, so she gets to be on the
Accidentally.
floor.
Yeah, it was not an intentional scenario.
Rin is salty.
I mean, you're not though because you didn't fall off and
You're in the ocean.
Actually, Randy, I'm gonna do something totally different. Fairy is gonna go to pick up Win really, really quickly as fast as possible and yeet.
Why?
Why?
For fun.
What have I done to you?
And then no, wait. And then Fairy is gonna jump in afterwards and yell, "Sorry."
Okay.
Farius, can we?
Contested strength rolls for Win and Faria.
Do we not remember what happened last time you jumped in the water?
I know, it was so fun. That's why I want to do it again.
Okay. Win and Faria contested strength rolls. Let's go.
18.
17.
18.
Win, what did you say?
Can Phelan pitch in considering that they were technically holding me?
No, because now they're rowing.
That's true.
No, because they're rowing now.
Oh.
Phelan does have their hands on the oars, so
Oh, come
I mean, I
on.
turned my arms around.
you cannot hug a halfling and row a boat at the same time. You just can't.
Watch me.
Okay. Win, one
Fight.
more time. What did you roll? Did you
come
say
on.
17? Oh, damn. All right.
Oh, come on.
Farius, you suddenly jump up, the boat rocks, Kavan goes, whoa, hey! And he gets about that far before you just pick up your small halfling friend. And her duck, I assume, and just yeet!
Was my bag on me or was it like on the floor of the boat?
What
Probably
do
on
you
the floor
think?
of the boat, right?
Probably.
Probably, considering you have a 3-people pile, probably on the floor of the boat, right?
Probably.
Fairy yells swimming party and jumps in.
Okay. So let me
You
just...
go, "Hi!"
Conley watches all of this and then like looks at everyone else in the boat, who I'm assuming is stunned for a moment because that was out of nowhere, and just goes, "So we're leaving them, right?"
We're leaving them to drown. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best option.
I hope you get eaten by sharks.
Yeah.
Got themselves into the mess, they can get themselves out.
Give me
It was
a
nice
minute.
though. And
I actually have to look something up because I didn't think this was going to be a problem.
It's gonna be hard
Like something
getting
because you threw
back
us off the
in
boat.
the boat.
I wanted to swim.
Okay.
No, we're taking
And
the
I knew that
halfling.
I wanted to swim, and I knew that if I went alone, they would leave me to drown.
Well,
They like
lucky
you.
is-
They want.
Oh,
Okay, that's
I'm taking the halfling.
spicy.
Mine is
Does
where
a
I haven't.
21 hit Farius?
Do I have to look at what do I look at for that? My armor class?
I would assume a 21
Mhm.
hits, my dude.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see.
Oh,
What do I
no.
roll for that?
Oh god.
I'm looking.
If
Okay.
Wynn notices what's happening to Faria, she starts swimming as fast as possible towards the boat.
Yep. You take 1 point of damage, Farius, as something very small and sharp sinks into your ankle.
Yeah.
Do you still want to be in the water? There we go. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So, Farius, you're getting back in the boat, and Wynn, I'm assuming you're also trying to get back into the boat. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Valen, if you want to help Wynn or Farius, we can pull them up without a roll, because you're strong.
Sure.
Okay, great. So you haul a dripping wet halfling and a dripping wet
Wait.
elf out of the water.
I pull Win nicely out of it. For Farius, I pull her up, and then I drop her, and then I help her back in the boat.
Okay,
Yeah, I deserve that one.
understandable. All right.
Fairy
When Farius is in the boat, Win just holds the duck like right in front of Farius so that it'll like shake out the water on her face.
And he does. He fluffs and looks very disgruntled. I don't believe ducks like salt water very much.
Farius is going to chuckle and then look to see what the fuck is in her ankle.
Okay. You look at your ankle, and there are a neat little row of puncture wounds running along where something bit you.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Good job.
Eska, if you look into the water, you can just see little, like, quippers swirling around the boat that were very excited to taste a humanoid.
Deserve that.
I have a question.
Is that
Oh,
gonna
God.
get infected? Should we protect that?
No,
Or
no.
just
Does
Farius, it's fine.
Yes,
Yeah,
Conley?
this
sit back down on Conley's lap?
You're talking all at once. What?
Conley,
Does Farius try to sit on Connie's lap?
Is Farius what?
do you get back?
Try to sit back down.
Farius is more doesn't want to get Connie wet. So more of she's gonna sit right in front of Connie and just kind of like lean back between him, like between.
I'm
them.
okay with that.
Okay.
I figured I'd get thrown back off the boat if I tried to sit on you.
Understandable, quite frankly. All right. So now that everything settles, you all take a moment to realize the boat is not moving. Something that you all would not know about Kavan is he never thought he'd be a father. Right now, he feels like this is why. As he sits there, turned around backwards, his arms crossed, just looking at you, Faria.
Farius looks at Levon is his name?
Kavan.
Kavan. Okay. Farius looks at Kavan and goes, "Look, I know I irritate you, but I also just had some fun. So I'm not really sorry, but I won't do it again."
I'm not
Win gives you the
mad.
biggest death glare she can muster.
I'm just disappointed. And he just turns around and the boat starts moving again.
Farius looks up at Conley and he goes, yeah, I can deal with that.
All right.
So, if Farius mind messages me, I can then respond, right?
Yes.
I do not mind message, but yeah.
Why can't you?
Did not.
But I didn't.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yes.
Conlaid, kind of his hand on top of Farius' head, pulls her a little bit back towards him and goes, "Mind message me right now so that nobody hears what I have to say to you."
Oh no. I just want it. I've got this nice,
Farius,
lovely dungeon ready for you guys. It's so cool. It has monsters in it.
I just want to get to the place.
Darius takes out like her little pipe thing and like shakes all the water out and does whatever she has to do to cast message cantrip. And then she sends a message to Connie. And do I say it out loud?
Just type it to me and Conley it, I guess, because it's a message.
Okay.
Unless
So-
Conley wants it shared out loud.
I mean, it does not matter.
It doesn't matter on my end either.
Then just share out loud for the sake of time because it's already won and we're nowhere.
I already said it.
Delightful.
Conlaid's response is, "Do you have any idea how much trouble y'all could have gotten in even for going down to the docks with me, much less talking to Kavan, much less asking to use his boat, which he has graciously provided us for free. And this trip, as well as being basically a tour guide. You try that shit again, I'll throw you off myself.
Varian is gonna look up at Connie. And she's gonna mind message just one more time.
Just say it, for the love of God, just say it.
Oh, please.
Meanwhile, you know the little drape thing that Strata has like around her waist?
Yeah, the sash.
Yep.
Wynn grabs that and just burrito blanket.
Baby.
Yeah.
It is a little chillier out on the water.
Strata just like pats Wind on the head.
Is it sunny out?
Partly cloudy.
Okay, never mind.
Partly cloudy with a slight chance of rain later. A high of 73, but right now the wind chill is kind of making the feels like temperature somewhere in the 60s. And if you're a wet little halfling who wasn't dressed for being thrown in an ocean, it's not exactly pleasant.
Farius listens to Connie's mind message back to her, snickers a little, and keeps throwing.
Delightful. All right. As you guys are having this moment, there is suddenly a very large wave that rocks the boat and tilts it up farther than you've been tilted before. And as you crest over the wave, for the first time, you can see the splintered mast of an old ship. It appears to be mostly under the water. Why are you holding up a condom?
I knew that's what it was.
What the fuck?
Oh, okay. I just saw a shiny foil package and I was like,
Oh!
right, honey. Okay. Anyway.
You see a mast of an old ship. It's very cool and dramatic. Now please stop derailing my story.
You mean demasting?
You're welcome.
No. Desailing would have been a better pun because it at least rhymes with derailing. Anyway. Okay. So, mast sticking up. It's jagged, the wood is splintered and old. The sail doesn't seem to really be there, but there's some remnants of like tattered cloth that you assume was once a sail. It seems like a pretty big ship, but most of it is beneath the surface of the water. The boat comes to a stop right there, and Kavon sighs heavily. He's like, all right, that's it right there. Have fun.
All right. Thank you very much for passage, and I will get into the water.
Yep. Fish boy. Wait. And he is going to throw a small satchel at you. Eska. E said you'd need that, so maybe not you, but you're idiots.
I got your
perfect
dog.
girl.
I'm not raising my hand to talk to Ivana. I just have a question for DM. Is
Hit me.
the boat the boat's like half submerged, right? Like we're gonna have to go underwater.
More than half. The mast is sticking up. Everything else is pretty much under the waves.
Have fun, Connie.
When asked, does anyone have anything that's waterproof? Like a bag or something?
Oh, my stuff is back in the tavern, so.
I'm guessing no then?
Nope.
I will say I'm not going to penalize you for water damage to a satchel as long as you're not like, oh, I open it and dump out all the contents into the water. Like, it's D&D. I'm
So
willing
if
to
it's
play
full,
other
everything
ways.
that's inside will not get wet, correct?
Your equipment will not be ruined. It's like video game rules.
This is gonna be the stupidest thing I've done so far, but Min takes out her water skin, drains all the water into the Are we on the sea or something?
Yes.
May use
I'm
Druid
gonna
craft
take
to evacuate the rest of the
around
water, like
2:30.
the innocence of water.
Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. What was the last part of that? Megan was yelling at somebody.
Can I use Druidcraft to evaporate the rest of the water that's inside?
Yeah, it's bone dry. It is drier than a granny. What do you want with it?
There's a piece of paper in my baggie, takes it, rolls it, puts it inside the water skin, closes it, puts the water skin inside the bag, closes it, and hopes for the best.
Okay.
It's paper.
Well, yes. Okay. All right.
Okay, I'm good.
All right. So everybody getting in the water?
Begrudgingly.
Very
Call up
reluctantly.
to Con.
As you're walking by, Conley and Kavan, or like getting out of the boat, Kavan's just gonna reach back and kind of like ruffle your hair and just be like, "You'll be fine."
All of that
That
interaction was fine with Sunland, but he does take a moment to like kind of pull at his hair for a second, which gives him an idea, and then he like quickly reaches into his bag, pulls out a piece of string, and like ties it up really quickly.
Ooh, ponytail.
Like,
Wait,
that's
Or
not-
man bun.
Barry's gonna like grab
That's
Connie's
not-
arm quick to like hold him back from going into the water first.
Who are you stopping from
And
getting in?
Connie.
Okay.
And she's gonna like whisper because she doesn't know if she wants it, if anyone else is supposed to hear. And she goes, "Are you scared of what's in the water, or are you scared of drowning?"
Conlea just sort of looks at her, and then completely ignores the question.
All right.
It's
She's not
Inkling.
gonna let
You
you.
coming in the water, or are we gonna have to wait all day?
She's not gonna let Connie go without answering questions. She's gonna grab Connie's arm and says, "I have something if it's the drowning."
Conlea's just sort of gonna jump in the water, like completely ignoring her. Yes.
All right.
Okay. Farius shrugs and jumps in after.
All right. Anybody still on the fucking boat?
I can't find my 20 in this
No.
closet. I can't find my.
All right. As you all like get into the water, it is clear that you're going to have to go under the water. So have fun with that, lads. Are you going to swim towards the mast?
Wynn gives instructions to Sir to like stay nearby, get out of the water if he sees anything coming close to him. She's just hoping that he can understand what she's saying at this point. Like stay safe.
Sir kind of dips his head down, tries to drink some of the ocean, and then goes, and then hops back in the boat.
Take care of him, is Wynn saying to the boat dude.
Yeah, Kavan just kind of like looks at him warily, like, and just sort of goes, sure.
So,
I love him.
person whose name I totally do not remember. Are we coming back to the boat after?
Are you asking Kavan?
Yes. I'm attempting to. His name.
I mean, I guess I'm waiting here, according to E, for at least a day. I brought snacks. And if you guys aren't back, then I'm supposed to report that you're likely dead. So if you're alive, come back. And if you die, don't. I'm not a cleric. Gives another awkward thumbs up, like, yeah, I did a good job explaining that.
That does not make Conlea any more less on it. You can very visibly see that Conlea does not enjoy any part of this, and he just swims away faster to the mast.
All right. Is everybody swimming to the mast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feria wants to look around and see if she sees anything in the water that could potentially be dangerous.
All right, make an investigation check.
Oh, I don't know where my d20 went. Hold on, using this shit.
That's like the most important one to lose, man.
I know. Okay. D20. Roll.
Meanwhile, is the top of the mast, like,
Mm-hmm.
how close to the top of the water is the top of the mast?
From. Okay, sorry. Farius, what?
12.
12. There's some water. There's some waves. There's a deeply concerned tiefling, a very at-home water genasi, a cold and wet halfling, and 2 elves who are just kind of vibing. Maybe there's some small fish. You feel something brush your leg. Maybe it's something. You don't know. Could just be seaweed. It's probably seaweed. Wynn, to answer your question about the mast, as you guys get up to it, this is a big boat. You can tell, or it was a big boat. From your perspective in the water with just like your shoulders and head over the surface, this thing towers over you by a good, 15 or so feet.
Oh, it gets out of the water.
Well, you can't get out of the water. Oh, the mast
No,
does,
the
yes.
mast.
You
Oh,
can't
I
walk
thought
on
it was-
water, you're not Jesus.
No, I thought it was completely submerged.
No, the rest of the ship is. The mast sticks up like a big beacon for where the wreck is.
Wynn's using the mast to not drown. Just hold.
You're just gonna, cling to the mast.
It's like holding it.
Okay. Alright, you hold on to the mast. There's a tattered, rotting bit of sail that's just sort of brushing against the top of your head as the wind blows it.
Conlead has a very similar idea and is also clinging to the mast, but just much more absolutely terrified than Wynn's just sort of casually on. Connie has both arms.
I'm imagining a cat clinging onto the curtains because they don't want to fall.
And Wynn is close enough to hear Conlead just sort of very aggressively saying, I've only known these people for 2 or 3 days. Why the hell am I doing this? Why am I out here? How did I get tired?
With Wynn's free hand, she's just at Connie.
Okay.
Just
Farius is gonna look at Eska and be like, and say, okay, Fishy, this is your expertise, what now?
Well, I guess we go under. To look at up here, it looks like I kind of take a glance towards the mast and see 2 of our party members just clinging there.
Phelan,
I feel like not everyone's ready for this, though.
Phelan speaks up and says, "Hey, Eska, do you happen to be able to breathe underwater? You exist underwater? Forgot.
I can, yes.
Can you go
I
see
can
if there's
breathe underwater.
an entrance to an underwater cave or something down there before we send everybody down there?"
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Hey, Avery.
Yes.
1, check your phone. 2, are you going down to scout ahead?
Yes, I'm willing to scout ahead.
Okay, so you're gonna leave everybody clinging to the mast or treading water, and you're gonna go down and take a look.
Why
Not
do
that
I have a
problem.
feeling
Yep,
this
I'm gonna
isn't
go look.
gonna end well?
Okay.
yeah, the
Um,
Bible party. That's always the best idea.
Yeah, let's split the party.
Farius,
Alright.
Farius looks at Eska and says, if you're not back in 5 minutes, I'm coming to look for you.
Alright,
If you're not back in 5 minutes, I'm leaving.
I'll make it quick.
All right.
Okay. Fairy starts to just kind of float on her back to save energy.
Okay. All
I
right.
love the mental image. Yes.
Okay. So, Eska, you're going down.
Yes. I am. I'm having underneath the water.
All right. Investigation check. Do you have dark vision?
I do not.
Okay. Well, we're not at disadvantage yet. You're just below the surface. So,
Okay.
investigation check.
Oh, that was a natural 20 plus whatever my investigation is. Hold on. That's 21 total.
All right. As soon as you dive beneath the water, it becomes very clear that yes, this wreck is huge. The mast is in fact attached to a ship. There are holes in the decaying wood of the ship that you could theoretically swim through. The ship itself is very clearly abandoned for a very long time. And it has a faint wooden painted sign that is mostly gone, but you can deduce it says something to the effect of Le Drapeau Rouge, which would be Marquesian in nature.
Mm-hmm. Do I know what that translates to?
You don't need to. It's Marquesian. Anyway, I Google translated some French. Let's go.
Okay, cool.
Let me be cool. All right. So are you pushing further, or how far do you want to go?
Yeah. I will try to look through some of the holes in the ship, see what I can see on the inside.
All right. It is very dark, but you could make a perception check with disadvantage to see in those holes.
Can I open this? Can I come back up to the surface real quick?
Yeah.
And open to kind of see what's inside. I haven't looked in it yet.
The bag Kavan gave you?
Like Kavan gave me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that.
It contains 7 vials. This liquid is shifting, shimmering blue, and most of you would recognize this as a fairly common potion, a potion of water breathing. There's enough for each of you, plus some extras.
Right. Well, I won't have to be the only one searching, so lucky you. I kind of hand one to everyone, including Conlade and Wynn. I hold it out for them to take. If they don't take it, I just kind of pop.
I'd like to mention Wynn isn't scared. She's just tiny and doesn't want to be making exercising, so she's using the mask to help.
Conlair just take it, but it takes everything in him not to chug it immediately.
All right.
Gotcha. Can I pocket a few of the water breathing later?
For Connie to click.
Yeah, so with 7, 5 of you needing them, you don't. There are 2 extras.
Valen takes some of it, and goes, I'll join you down there.
Fairy takes her vial, looks at us and says, before I drink this, do we have a game plan, or are we just going?
I have some trouble seeing when it's dark as it is down there, so if any of you are better at seeing things in the dark, that would be lovely. It's a big ship, though.
Yes, Conlade?
It just says, damn it, drinks his, and hang over to Eska.
All right.
Fairy says, I've got dark vision, and pretty sure, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Strata's
Yeah,
got
Fairy
dark
says, I've got
vision.
dark vision, drinks hers, and swims over to Eska as well.
All right. So, Wynn and Strata are the only ones who haven't taken this thing.
I'm taking mine now. I've also got dark vision.
Spicy.
There was loud noises. Okay. While Strata and Wynn are still the ones up there, Wynn just looks She has her little vial up and goes, "You didn't click it," and then just chucks it and goes down.
No.
What?
All right, everybody going down?
Yep.
Fantastic. For the 5 of you who are not Eska, the instinct is to hold your breath when you go under the water. And it's a very uncomfortable and odd sensation to have water filling your lungs, even though you are breathing fine, as if it was air.
It is on the brink of a panic attack.
Fantastic.
Poor Connie.
Poor Connie. You're breathing fine. Like, you're very clearly not drowning. There's just this weird, like, kind of swishing.
Farius
No,
looks over at Conley.
in theory, he could be breathing fine. In reality, he's taking one breath every, 45 seconds out of fear.
Okay. Alright.
Farius looks over at Connie and just kind of mouths, "You're okay," and nods her head a little bit and keeps swimming.
Can we talk in the water?
I'm making the executive decision that if you can breathe like it's water, if it's like it's air, then yes. I know that's not how science works, but I think it's irritating to not be able to communicate for an entire stretch.
Well, according to science, you can't breathe under water either, so...
Exactly. Magic, bitches. Alright.
We make little bubble sounds whenever we talk.
Can our words come out in bubbles, and if you want to hear the other person says, you have to, pop it?
It's not a text, and Avery, I will kill you if you give me that
Oh,
experience.
Wait, please, I want to hear Eska talk like that. Please.
You talk. You can hear each other perfectly fine. It's okay. So, the 5 of you see the ship that Eska saw before, you see the same holes, you see the same battered, rotted, old wood. What you doing? Where you going?
Conlaid and Farieth, you take the far right side. In and Strata take the far left, and Phelan and I will start in the middle.
Farius says, "Alright," and starts heading to her designated section.
With me?
So,
Conley follows.
sorry, real quick. I did not catch that. Who's going right and who's going left?
Connie Farius
Um,
left. Win Strata right. Eska failing center.
Okay. So, Conlade, Farieth, left. Winstrata center.
Win Strata right.
Oh, Winstrata right.
Eska failing center.
Okay. Alright, I'm just keeping track of this so I don't get confused as to who's where. Alright.
Phelan, offers their hand to Eska. If you want to take it, if you want some help, and just
Eska?
have someone beside you because you can't see, I'm here, but, you don't need to.
just kind of wave the hand off, I'm fine.
Alright.
I'll just follow.
Alright. So, Conlade and Farieth, you went left. Alright, so Conlade and Farieth, as you swim down through the left hole, you see some spaces that are too collapsed to get through. The first tunnel that seems, the first opening that seems like a place you can actually get through, leads into a small squat room. It's dark, but with your dark vision, you can make out that there are rows of cannons, old barrels that maybe still have ammunition in them. This is clearly a, weapons room.
Farius looks at Conrad and says, "Do you want to look around, or should we move on to the next room?"
Conley, at this point, is only, passively aware that Farieth is even talking. And so, whatever Farieth does, Conley will follow.
Okay. Conrad, I'm very sorry. Does a 19 hit?
Oh no.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You take 1 point of damage as you feel tiny, sharp little needles pierce through the leather of your boot.
Does Farius notice what's happening?
Conlea, do you make your discomfort known?
Conlaid basically, well, I guess everyone can, yeah, okay. This isn't like actual water rules. Conlaid screams. Conlaid is screaming at this point. Bloody murder.
Okay.
Farius like whirls around, yells Conlaid, and then what does she see exactly?
A fish about this long with razor sharp teeth.
Alright. Farius is going to swim and grab the fish by the tail.
Okay.
And then just kind of look at it and go, uh-huh, and yeet it.
Okay. You yeet the fish through the water. It spins dazed for a moment and then charges at you. Because it's water, it didn't hit anything and it didn't fly that far.
Barry's just gonna grab it again by the tail.
It is a little dazed, though. That was only a 2 to hit, so.
Barry looks at it again, grabs it again, and goes, really? And it yeets it into, like, doesn't let go and just kind of smashes it against, like, the wall or, like,
Alright.
a cannon.
Roll to attack.
Killing this poor fish.
She won't stop attacking!
And why don't you try asking nicely?
Do I have animal? Fine. I have animal handling. Can I, like, instead of yeeting it into the wall, can I just look at it? You know what? Ferris is gonna roll intelligence. What the frick does she know about this fish and how to handle them?
Well, roll animal handling then, if you're handling it. It's an animal and you're handling it, roll animal handling.
Is Gwen seeing all of this? Like, because I know she heard the scream, but when she looks, can she tell what's going on?
You're in a different path, and we'll get to that in a second, but you probably did hear it.
Ferris rolls a 3, and then can I also roll to see what I know about this fish?
Sure. Fine, intelligence check. Also, Sarah, fix your echo.
Where's intelligence?
Hey, Randy.
21.
21? Alright. Can this wait a second?
Oh wait, that's cool.
Alright.
Wait, kind of off topic. D&D Beyond is cheat-proof with the dice rolls, because if anybody in your party rolls a dice, it puts their number up on the screen too.
Ooh, spicy. Good to know. Anyway. Anna, what were you saying was important?
I didn't catch what you said because of the echo, so can Wynn see? Or is it too far away for Wynn to see?
It's not necessarily too far away, it's more of just a completely different path. A lot of the ship is caved in and you went down a different hole.
Okay, so no see.
Yeah, you probably heard it though. You heard muffled sounds of a scuffle and Conlead making noise. Fariath, you know this thing is a quipper. They're little fish, they're carnivorous, they like to munch on toes. They usually travel in swarms. It's a little odd this one's by itself. It's a time. It's sexy. It's also incredibly pissed at you, and it is going to try to bite you again very soon.
Does she know how to get it to stop biting?
I wouldn't say you've had any personal dealings with one.
Then she's gonna eat it against the nearest surface.
Okay, roll to attack.
$19.
Hmm?
Is that like a strength modifier or?
Sure. What'd you say?
I rolled a natural 19, but do I have to add like a modifier or anything?
19's good enough anyway. You smack this fish. There's a noise, and Fishy is no more. Conrad, you have taken 1 point of damage. How you doing, buddy?
Conrad does not want to be there.
Hmm?
Conrad definitely does not want to be there.
Ironically, that one sounds like he's underwater. What?
Yeah, I know. Hold up, bud. Oh yeah, flip your hair to the other side. That'll make us hear you better.
For the people that aren't keeping up with the tavern chat, Avery has to go soon.
Yeah, we saw.
Okay.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay. I want helpful in our response rather than fear. Got it. Fantastic. All right. So while you two are vibing in the cannon room, I will tell Eska and Phelan before Eska has to go. You guys found the most direct path. You are now surrounded in a room full of dark crates. They're mostly somewhat intact, given the circumstances, and they seem to be a cargo hold of some sort. So that's where you're vibing. You think on that. Vibe with it. Wynn and Strata, you guys are the lucky ducks. You found a room that was once very lavishly decorated. There is gold sort of floating kind of in the water. It's disturbed as you step in. And then it slowly sinks back down again because metal. And generally speaking, it's pretty easy to identify this as the captain's quarters. So those are your 3 locations. I'm also going to deal with this. That is cocked because I'm rolling on a shitty surface. Does a 13 hit you? Win?
If it is my armor class, does it hit?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You take 3 points of damage from 3 sets of sharp little teeth.
Dang it. Good.
Okay, Strata's just gonna whirl around and start bopping the
Alright,
fish.
bye, Avery. You're gonna bop the fish.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wind curses in Druidic.
Roll to hit the fishies.
That was a 19.
Alright, a 19.
Mhm.
That definitively hits roll damage.
Okay. That's the D4, right?
Yeah.
Or no, I don't
no.
remember.
I don't remember what you roll for your damage.
I thought it was a D4, so
Can
yeah.
you check?
It is D4.
Okay, go for it then. Could have sworn you did more damage than that when you punched, because
Yeah.
you're a monk.
Wait,
Normal people do a D4 when they punch, but you're a fucking
hold on.
monk, my dude.
I don't know anymore. I
Hold
thought
on.
I started out. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Why did that sound like the Hot Pockets theme song?
I'm sorry. Mood. I'm looking. Hold up. Bloop, 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 bloop. When you punch, you do. It is 1d4, but it's 1d4 plus 3.
Okay. Okay, cool. I just did 6 damage. Then.
Okay. Alright, you did 6 damage. which is enough. You literally just punched my little swarm. The swarm scatters, and none of the fish seem to be moving. And there's like a thin trail of like fish blood floating in the water.
Lynn grabs one and shoves it in her bag.
Sure, when you pocket a dead fish.
Play for Strada's Jar of Pain.
All right.
Avery said that if we wanted to keep playing, we could, as long as we sent her the notes afterwards.
Yeah. You can if you desire.
Up to you guys.
You probably did not reset your health after one-on-one combat, so fix that, sir.
I don't remember what I was on. I don't think it was full health, but
Say you're down 6. What?